Hey, what is going on, cowpokes, and welcome back to another episode of 10 amazing details you probably didn't know in Red Dead Redemption 2.
See you, chump.
Starting off with number 1. You can find various types of candy in the game labeled with the brand name Snowburger, but what's interesting is if you're wandering around the town of Saint Denis, you can actually find the Snowburger confectioner in one of the buildings near the park.
Good God, unbelievable.
Get off there!
Christ, that's just
Damn it! First things out of the way.
Oh, come on!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Next detail takes place on the Valentine Gunsmith. You can hear a missable piece of dialogue where Rockstar actually references Undead Nightmare.
Sold my old blunderbuss to a bounty hunter last week. That boy's out looking to get someone, that's for sure.
Here you go. I risked my life for this? A blunderbuss? Is this a joke? What is this, 1850?
And for this next detail, if you continuously shoot at a boat, you will eventually sink it. You can actually do this to canoes and other small engine boats. In the Saint Denis Bank, you can find small money scales at the counters. What's really cool about this is that the scales can be interacted with. If you shoot them or make them move, they will sway side to side.
What are you doing? Get in here! Arthur, come on!
And for this next detail, most people help or actually ride past this man that's having trouble with his horse. But there's actually a missable piece of dialogue if you decide to steal his horse instead. For some reason, he'll think that he's being punished by God.
Oh no, this is punishment from above.
The next detail is actually kind of a funny one. When helping Marco activate his electrical conductor, you are at risk of electrocution. If you touch the base of the pole in the middle, it will give you an electrical shock. For the next one, when you're following Hercule back up to the fort, you can hang back a little or take your time climbing. This will cause him to panic and even drop an F-bomb, which is one of the few times you'll actually hear someone say that in the game.
Christ's sake, how many men has Fusar got?
That's the problem. It doesn't matter how many we kill, he will have the money to get more. Watch out! Down! We will have to climb up around the side. This way. Wait, look. That one's going right for Dutch. Cosa connard. I got him. Let's go. God damn! Up here, under.
Please, Arthur. Fuck! We have no time for this! We have to get going. Where is he? Come on! Goodness.
next detail has actually been requested by hundreds of people in the comments of my videos, asking how do you aim down the sights of a weapon in first person mode. I never would have figured so many people don't know how to do this, but first you have to go into first person mode, aim, and then, well, at least for consoles, press down on the D-pad at the same time. I'm not quite sure how the process would be on PC. I'm not a PC gamer, but as far as I know, this is the process to do it on both consoles. During missions, you can hear multiple takes of repeating the same dialogue that the actors had to do for each mission. Because if you're riding far enough away from earshot of whoever Arthur is talking to, they'll actually shout their lines of dialogue at each other. And depending if you ride back and forth towards somebody and away from somebody, their dialogue will go from normal to shouting to normal to shouting, indicating that the actors had to do multiple takes for each mission.
Strong man you want, and leave.
Hey, I like you boys. And with the price on our heads, we are wedded in this chaos, for better or for worse at this point. It would be a coward's move to bail on Dutch now. Not like John did. Heard about him disappearing on you fellers. For a year, wasn't it?
Something like that.
I don't trust him. I've been talking to Dutch. Feels to me like he's turned, challenging every move Dutch makes. I know you have your doubts about him too, Morgan.
I got no doubts about John. I've known him 15 years.
I don't like leaving trails, unlike the rest of you.
What do you mean by that?
We keep leading trouble right to us. We're carrying too much dead weight. We need to be leaner so we can move faster, quieter. I prefer a tight crew. Just 5 or 6 strong gunmen.
Well, nobody's stopping you. There's a whole world out there. Go find the strong man you want and leave.
Hey, I like you boys. And with the price on our heads, we are wedded in this chaos, for better or for worse, at this point. It would be a coward's move to bail on Dutch now. Not like John did. I heard about him disappearing on you fellers. For a year, wasn't it?
Something like that.
I don't trust him. I've been talking to Dutch. Feels to me like he's turned, challenging every move Dutch makes. I know you have your doubts about him too, Morgan.
I got no doubts about John. I've known him for 15 years.
In number 10 on the list is in Chapter 6, you might see Miss Grimshaw approach Arthur to tell him that someone destroyed the camp's money box.
That's dreadful. Yes, I understand.
Someone smashed the box.
What box?
The money box. We'd had that for so many years.
Why did they smash it?
Well, I don't know. Look at this place. All divided. Everyone anxious and at each other's throats. I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
If you walk behind Dutch's tent, you can actually see the box broken into pieces. It is never confirmed, but it is implied that Micah is the one who did it to make the gang more miserable and desperate in the end. However, I believe it was actually Dutch, of all people. He probably decided to take the money for himself as he progressively got more skittish and paranoid with the gang. Not knowing who to trust, he stashed it along with the rest of the money inside the cave.
Wake him up a little!
Forgiveness? There's some folks who don't deserve it.